Alive, boys.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to. Hold on, let me get my energy right. I was introducing this thing. I said we're in a funeral. It does feel like a funeral. I think everybody here does not feel good about this weekend. um, Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to football. Oh, I can't fake it. It's a bad weekend, y'all. It's a bad weekend. In fact, you know what? Welcome to Football Fan Zone. We're gonna get into it. Let me see who's probably the most. Of course, it's George. Of course, it's George. No, the thing is, so we did it in an episode last week, and of course, George was supposed to come parade his prediction of a Chelsea defeat. He was supposed to come spew some hate speech, some speech that might get us canceled, taken off the platform. Like shout out to Jimmy Kimmel. But what ended up happening was we took a hiatus, and we waited for depression to hit. And you know what? I know that makes it all the more painful. He was already on his way out of the pit. He was already on the way out to come see the light, and he got knocked right back in. And now we've brought a mic right back into his face. So you know what, George? How's your weekend, man? How's it going?
This is so unfair. This is like when I finally get it when I finally get a chance to I finally get a chance to, highlight what I said. You guys said, "Oh, no pod." Do you know how many times I texted Truth say, "Okay, let's just do it today." You know what? Let's just do it today. And they tell me Adams has to do this, Truth has to do this. I said, Truth, me and you can enter this pod. We can just we can just do it too bad, bro.
Honestly, you guys should have just done that, man.
Man, we would have cooked something dirty. We would've cooked something
Let me let the viewers on a little secret. Adams run this thing the way Kim Jong Un runs North Korea. It's a unilateral. It's a unilateral dictatorship. You knew he wasn't going to allow hate speech on Chelsea's name.
Man,
He was giving us fake passwords, all kinds of things. What a guy.
nah, man, it was gonna be beautiful. I had so much for Chelsea. I had so much, but it's okay. It makes it better because if Chelsea would have won this weekend, I can't join the podcast. I couldn't have joined the podcast today because then that means he avoided what I was gonna say to him. But then he will come on this weekend to boast. Nah. So it was good that Chelsea lost back to back. At least one guy on this segment right now. He has two back to back losses. So
Yeah, I don't. I personally
I
don't know
mean,
what
if you
that feels
count if you
like.
count the Lincoln game, then technically not.
See him,
exactly.
see him,
World champions.
world champions. But yeah, we're gonna get into all of it. Pius, how's it? How's the weekend been? I'm seeing you're soft launching the slot out movement. They say you know the thing about these slot machines, man. You can't always keep getting lucky.
Wow,
Oh,
that was good.
That's good.
Don't let
So
that get over your head.
I'm actually not launching any slot. I think I was just, that was just me being reactionary to the defeat on Saturday. I've had a night rest, to sleep over it, and I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't have said that. Sorry, slot.
Don't,
Apologies.
don't don't worry. We've already kept the screenshot. It's filed in
Yeah,
the
we
vault.
captured it, man.
We will use it for whatever
No,
purposes we deem fit.
I'm gonna deny that. my device was hacked.
And of course, I don't even want to ask Adams how he's. I'm surprised he's even still in the country. Honestly, I thought he would already been sailing over the Himalayas or I don't know.
Oh
But
man,
but Adams, how's it been? Truly, how's it been?
terrible, bro. Terrible, man. Bro. I don't even know. Pius said he had a good night rest and he's changed his mind. Man, I couldn't even get a night rest, man. I couldn't even get sleep, bro. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. Chelsea fans going through the same thing. Just tell me how you've been coping because it's been crazy. It's been crazy this couple weeks.
Yeah, it's been an absolute madness of a start to the season. I think I funny enough, I think this is actually good for the sport, right? What I've noticed is the hatred has come to a point where we're all looking at each other like, are we gonna keep going on this way? Like we're all, like this. I think this weekend one of the, if the Arsenal result would have gone the way I think many of us were hoping it went, I think we could have all, as a fan base, had a come to Jesus moment and say, you know what, guys, everybody drop your guns. Let's all jump. Let's fix this because we're all looking bad here. Um, I remember I was walking up the elevator in my apartment and I ran into a Madrid fan and even he was down. I said, "Nah, this is even if Madrid fans are down, it hit everybody this week." But, anyways, we're gonna get into all of it. Personally, I wanted to start with the United game because that was the early kickoff. That was kind of the game that, and I feel like based on the hype of the last result that United had, wanting to see if they can actually do this 2 wins in a row thing, which has become a big thing for whatever weird reason. I've never heard of that stat before in my life until Amorim just decided that he's incapable of doing it. Because like you don't really think about it much, but that was the hype of the weekend. Can he do 2 in a row? Early kickoff, Brentford,
Crazy, bro.
a team that has lost pretty much every valid starter that they have, being coached by their set piece coach. Shout out to the set piece coaches, man. They've really hit like a serious PR like hype this last year. And yeah, early kickoff against United, they stood up and they were accounted for. And I thought they could have been up 3-4 in those first 15 minutes. And they went on to pretty much stay in the game. Bruno could have pulled the game back with a penalty. His mind is in Saudi Arabia, so of course he missed. And yeah, they snatch it at the death, secure the 3 points, and send United fans and the board, I assume, into more misery. And I guess the question remains, like, what really is the future here with this manager, right? Because I feel like the first thing I want, that's going to be my first question, George, is where do you go with this manager? Like, how many more, how much longer does this have to go on? And where's the stop loss for you personally as a fan and for the club?
Okay, so I'm gonna speak on the club's perspective. So I don't know if you guys have seen that Amorim has a payout clause that if we fire him, a year in, like before a year in into his contract, we have to pay him an extra 12 million. And you already see how the club is very tight. They're not trying to, spend too much money on things that they don't want to spend. Oh, Adams, listen to me. Things that they don't want to spend. Not. I'm not saying we don't spend money. I'm saying
I was about to say, hey, man.
yeah, I'm saying on things that we don't want to spend. So clearly, we, think about it this way. We're only 2 months away from it being a year into this Amorim's contract. If they fire him now, they'll have to pay him 12 million, right? So the hope is that from what I'm seeing from the board, the hope is that, they give Amorim up until November, right? Hopefully he can, gather a run of form or try to improve the team or try to improve the results. And, Jim Ratcliffe is clearly behind this guy. But the other part of this, me saying this, is that the club is also, there is alternatives ready that in case they do decide to, make this change, like they're not going to be waiting, doing like interim or whatever. So they already have, candidates and backups. And I'm hearing Southgate. I'm hearing Southgate. I don't want to hear that name,
Now
bro.
put some respect on his name, man.
Gary Southgate. Come on, man.
It's
been a long time since United had a sir in the dugout.
The funny thing, I'm so sad. I'm currently right now so sad that at one point today, I started thinking about this Southgate appointment. And I started thinking, this guy did this with England. He did. That's to tell you
is that the last thing they agree?
How sad I've been. So personally, as a fan, bro, it's getting to the point that I'm not even because prior to the last game, during his press conference, he said this game against Brentford is going to be Manchester United's most important game in a long time. So I'm assuming since the Spurs game or whatever, right? We came in, you saw the team. I get the individual errors and things like that, but I feel like as a team, right? You get your how do you say? You get your spirits from your manager. And if your manager is not like, there's no spirit in the manager, it's not going to transfer to the players. The players are not going to be confident. And if the players are blaming each other, like Bruno's blaming Euro for this and players are doing this, there's no confidence in the team. So when you go out there, everybody's looking at each other. And there's no leaders because everybody's blaming each other. You know what I mean? And the manager is the main leader of the team. If the manager literally can't, provide an environment where he can believe in his players, they're gonna go out there and just not be confident to play. And you guys have played football. Like, it's actually a game of confidence. If you can be as good as you want, but if you go on the pitch and you're not confident in your abilities, you're not gonna perform. And there's players that are not that good, but if you instill confidence in them, they'll do things that they don't even do. So for me, I feel like he's getting to the point where like it's gonna be like an irreversible damage to the team. There's no confidence in the team from what I'm seeing. There's not. And if you personally ask me, I said after the Arsenal game, I said give him 10 games. I'm cutting it short. International break. This next international break by October. If he doesn't win, I think it's 2 games to international break or one, whatever. He needs to win these 2 games. I don't care. And I think Liverpool's after international break. So he needs to win before international break. If it's 2 games, win those 2 games and create confidence in the team. You can't go into international break with the same feeling that you are right now, because I promise you come back, it's going to be the same thing. The players have in their mind that it's October, right? And they have till November till you're gone. They don't care. They're clearly not going to care. The board is like, okay, we have 1 more month, ready to sign another manager, ready to replace you. So the feeling for me is just, if he's saying that he doesn't want to be there, guys, let's just let him go. The board, if you guys already have replacements ready, like if you're already shopping for replacements, it's already in the back of your mind subconsciously that you want to let the guy go, clearly. So that's what I had to say from the board's perspective and from my perspective for Ruben Amorim. So
I think that's the thing that sticks out the most to me, and I'll bring everyone else in on this point, is he, like, not only, like, I get the whole point about like inspiration, like, gaining confidence from the manager. And I mean, that one we already know. I feel like that's probably his worst quality that he's shown so far. I mean, he's shown absolutely horrific temperament as a leader. Forget about like a football manager, just as a leader of anything, a Boy Scout, your cousin down the road that leads the friendly neighborhood dog search group. Bro, he has the temperament of like a 4-year-old that's throwing a tantrum.
mm-hmm.
But what's really weird is the interviews basically saying like, no, like, sack me. I won't even take a cent. Just get rid of me. Kill me now. Like, bro, I'm just like, dude, can't breathe. No one is telling you that they want to sack you or they want to do this. Just go win some games. And I said the same thing with Ten Hag. And I don't know if this is becoming a United manager thing. I just think they do too many interviews. They do way too many interviews. They answer way too many stupid questions.
No, it's the regular post-match post-match. And
but you see him in like 5 interviews after every game.
But the thing is, though, it's a media. Like, United is a media club, right? No, it's like Sky Sports intentionally go like ask these questions because they know this is what's gonna
that's the biggest club in the world, right? So
that's what gets their engagement. No, like, I'm telling you, like, I remember there was a record. Yeah, Amorim had the most press conference when he first signed. Like, in between those 2 months, he had the most press conference in his first 2 months than any other manager in the Premier League.
But I don't even think it's just a United thing. I think it's a him thing. I think he has to, like, one of the ways you show command of the post is you turn down some interviews. Just like people were saying, like he was acting like he was about to drop a new mixtape or something. Like he was legit going on a press run. Like every interview, he's taking it. So, I mean, I don't want to start with Pius because I didn't know where Pius stands. Pius probably he's living his dream. But Adams, you're very skilled in identifying when a manager needs to leave. I'm sure you even have your LinkedIn to the top right. George, tap in with Adams. He can sort you out with a new manager.
Yeah, man, I got some names, bro. I was actually looking at him. Uzo would tell you. I was looking at his CV. I was looking at his resume, man. What does this guy have for me?
He still has the guy's DMs on LinkedIn. You know that in mail. but what do you think with this manager, Adams? Like, do you feel like this is one of those things where like he does need time and he can figure it out, or are you like, I've seen enough? if I'm
Yeah,
a
I've seen
United
enough.
fan, he's got to go.
Yeah, I've seen enough, and yeah, he just has to go. And in United are in a difficult position because they don't want to be seen as that team that just gets rid of managers. But I think they just have to let him go because he doesn't seem like he has control of the team, like you guys have been saying. And the confidence thing, like that Judge said, is real. Like he's real. Like he's not. I mean, like he just has a lot to say. He has a lot to say. Like he talks way too much. Yeah, man. I don't know about the replacement that you're trying to get in Southgate. I don't think Southgate is going to be any better, and Southgate is even going to be worse because he's going to have a lot of loyalists, like a lot of loyal, certain United fans that will be backing him, and that's not going to be good for the club. But yeah, I just think it's time to let him go. Right. But United's problem is way beyond just the manager. All right, they're still carrying some dead wood. They tried this season to get rid of some, which they haven't done in a long time. But yeah, man, when you are going through a transition, when you are rebuilding, everybody has to have that understanding, including the fan base. And you need a coach that is able to carry you through that transition. I don't think he's that guy.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense to me. Pius, did you have anything to add?
Oh no, I just sort of
I,
sort of echoed Adam's point, man.
But man, this United team, bro, like, how do we let this team beat us? Like, can we even like you just being observers, right? Just being opposition fans. What do you think about this United team beating Chelsea? Because this team is like all time one of the worst United teams we've seen.
And that's what I said before. This is the thing about confidence, right? When we go to Chelsea games at home, we know it's Chelsea. We don't care what form you have. We
Bro,
know. I said this.
that's
I
the
said
thing, though. That's the thing, though.
No,
I didn't even see that in the game. It wasn't like
no.
you guys were really good
No,
and it was like,
but
oh man, this is
regardless,
Chelsea,
but
we're up front.
regardless, I'm saying the team knows. It's like because you think about it, right? Whenever the managers are preparing for games, they usually look like, okay, the past 5 times we played this team at home, what has been the result? They know that. If they see that they've always been beating Chelsea, they're gonna go into the game like, hey, we beat Chelsea. And I told you this before the game. I said
Bro,
it's
man, like
Chelsea at
this,
home.
no,
I
give up me,
but
bro.
I
I
also
swear,
think that
this is
that game would have been different without the red card. I do
bro.
think
This
so.
is
yeah,
the one game that I
But
look every single time. That's the game I'm always up for.
you can't, you
United
can't,
at
yeah.
you
Chelsea
can't, you
at
can't.
Old Trafford. But man, I'll
But you
see you again,
can't,
bro. I'll see you
but you
again.
can't
I'll
do
see you
that.
at the bridge, man. I'll see
How
you
did you
again.
how did you concede the red card?
No, no,
Because
no,
No,
Yeah,
no, I,
no. It was a red
because
yeah,
card.
of yeah, yeah.
It was
it
a red
wasn't
card.
like
It was a red
a
card.
handball or anything. We press you, we play the
No, no,
ball in
Yeah,
they,
behind.
they played like first 5 minutes. I'm like, bro, what's going on?
yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
first five
Adams,
minutes.
Adams,
But
what did
it's
I tell you?
United, bro. It's United.
No,
Even
but
if you
listen,
had
no,
scored
but
in that first 5 minutes,
Listen to me. What did I say in the last podcast? I said Chelsea does not start well. We try to start well in the first, minutes of the game. And I said, if we start well against Chelsea, we're gonna beat them. And that's what we did, and we beat you. Simple.
hey
Fair play,
man,
George. Fair play.
bro. But I'll see you again, man. I'll see you again
Yeah,
at the
of
bridge.
course. I'm
And this
ready.
time, bro, you see Garnacho, bro. You see that rubbish that United fans did to him. 100% backing that guy. He's gonna succeed here. 100% backing that guy, bro. Let's not even talk
Imagine,
about.
Tyreek George is better than Garnacho, right?
Nah. Don't even do that.
that's actually the perfect segue to get onto the Chelsea side. This is definitely it's not even just two homeless men fighting. It's four homeless men. We're all
Now
we're
you,
all
you
I'm
still
not
here.
have you
homeless,
still
man.
have
I'm not
some things
homeless.
going
Come
for
on,
you, bro. You still
come
have
on. I'm
things
not
going for you.
homeless.
So you snatched the late draw, man. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
And
The
we
guy
offset.
off his
We
shirts.
offset. Oh man, we're gonna get into all of it, but
Shameless.
I think Chelsea is probably the most interesting. It's probably the most interesting story this season, simply because, and like this is like obviously like there is some bias with Chelsea. Like I like to get on Adams just to like rile him up or whatever, but just even in a more like non-biased, neutral perspective, I feel like everyone is like having the same thought about Chelsea and saying, wait, all that money spent, is this really your squad? Like, forget about like injuries in account, right? It's like, is this really the squad that you have with the amount of money that you spent? And it feels weird because it's like you have academy kids, someone that got recalled from loan. You got guys that like it. I don't even have a question. It's just more so like, is this really what Chelsea has to offer for the money spent? And
I think
does somebody need to pay for that?
I think first of all, we can all agree that we could have done a better job of signing. Like we tried to go in for certain guys. We tried to go for Kudus, tried to go for Xavi. They ended up at Spurs. We couldn't get them. We're supposed to get a defender, all that, right? But the thing I want to say is that you guys have to stick to one thing. The only person that I can listen to right now is Carragher. Carragher is the only one that has been consistent about his narrative about Chelsea. The rest of you guys are all hypocrites. Like, I can go back to 3 episodes ago. You're all saying, "Oh man, how is Chelsea able to constantly get guys like this and flip them for? How did they do it? How did they sell? How did they sell Madueke? How are they able to sell Madueke for 50 something million and then get Garnacho for 40 something? Man, how this guy get Pedro, what's his name? João
João
Pedro
Pedro.
for 50 something or 60 something million, and they're able to get Delap, and then 2 years from now they're able to flip them. Bro, you guys need to stay consistent. You've said that I think throughout last season, back end of last season, you said the same thing. Now, because obviously we're having some issues, injuries. Bro, we have injuries to Delap, we have injuries to Palmer, Colwill. If these guys are playing, you will be saying, man, how do you let Chelsea get away with signing Garnacho for 40 million again? How do you let Chelsea get away with signing João Pedro for something million? That's the same thing you'll be saying. But obviously, bro, we're losing, right? And our squad looks thin. If you look at Arsenal, even Arsenal with the amount of talent they have, with the injuries, bro, no matter how many players you have, if you have too many injuries, it's going to tell on the squad. There's no amount, Pius should tell you, there's no amount of players you have. If you have 10, 12 guys out of the team, how are you going to survive that? Even if you spend 600 million, how are you going to survive that? So
who are the 10, 12 though?
Bro, we have Palmer. Palmer alone, that's our team. Bro, you guys call us Palmer FC, right?
Adams, I think
Lavia was out for like what? Badiashile was out for like what? So what are you saying? And then
no, Adams, let me clarify, because I honestly, like, I wasn't even trying to do like the banter, like rile you up thing.
No. It's not.
I would normally do that.
I'm just like, stay consistent. You can't say, man, how is Chelsea able to get these guys and flip them for more money and then still get more guys in and then still say, oh man, where are the guys? How much did they spend? You have to be consistent. The only person that has been consistent is Carragher.
I'm surprised you're not adding me to that. I've been consistent on Chelsea.
Nah, you haven't.
Because you know what? I feel like you're forgetting that two things can be true. I can commend Chelsea in terms of the way that they do business, and I can also criticize Chelsea in the way that they build a squad. I feel like both things can be true. You can sell well, you can run a good business, sustainable model, but you can also be poor at squad planning, because ultimately you have to choose who to let go and who to keep, right? I can't think of anybody that you've let go that I'm like, oh, they would improve your team anyway. So I'm not even criticizing you saying, oh, why did you sell this guy? Why did you sell that guy? It's more so just, how is this the team you've ended up with after all this expenditure? You know what I mean? Like, and I'm taking into account the injuries, right? I'm saying if 1-2 major injuries can get your team in this kind of state, then I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Like, if I give anybody a blank check of 1 billion, right? Go spend that and build me a squad. I would be expecting that we should be able to survive 2 or 3 injuries. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Like, and this is like literally no banter. I'm not even trying to run any agenda, but it's just, how is nobody being made to pay a price?
I think it's hard. I think it's hard for any team in the world. Put any team on the table. You miss 2 or 3 of your best guys. It's hard for them to survive. Man City missing Haaland. Who's going to be there? Who's the number 2 striker? Liverpool missing what's his name? Salah. The only team now that is able to survive that, now obviously you're going to get a lot of accolades for, is Arsenal. And last season it wasn't the case. So it is difficult.
But they hadn't spent the money then. That's kind of my point, is like, you're naming teams that haven't spent that figure. Which is why we're saying, how are you in this state?
So when it comes to the money we spent, right? I think it's a bit disingenuous, because we also let a lot of players go. We also made a lot of money back. So it wasn't like, oh, we just spent $1 billion. We let a lot of players go. People forgot that we had Kante. We had to let Kante go. We let Havertz go. We let Kovacic go. These are like tied to UCL winning players. We let them go too. So it wasn't like we had a team and then you just added a billion.
But you
that
presume
we
that you're
had.
trying to upgrade on these players, no?
No, I mean
What?
that's what you think, but these guys came with a different strategy. They said, you know what, we're going to. You said, you know what, we're going to just get young players in.
Projects.
Yeah.
But that's so that's my point. Is like so nobody is responsible for this. This is just bad luck.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying
That's the heart of my question. So yeah, carry. Let me stop interrupting you. Carry
no. I'm saying that obviously
you can also
that-
review the game after you.
Yeah, I'm saying if you look at the business that we've done this summer, could we have done better? Absolutely. I think we could have done better. I think when Kowe was down injured before the end of the transfer window, that was a big opportunity for us to go and get another defender. But we decided no. We decided to trust, the guy from our team, and Maresca clearly wasn't having that. So you can critique the directors. You can say, hey, you could have done this, you could have done that. But I still think that it's way too early for all of that. Right now, and that's the thing, like a day or a week is a long time in sports. A week from now, if we put together a good run, nobody will be saying, oh, the directors did this and that. So I still want to give them to January. I agree. I understand what you guys are saying. I get it. Like it makes sense. We could have gotten other guys, but let's give them till January. Let's see how this team performs. I have a lot of belief in this team. I've seen this team ride. I've seen us turn around a lot of difficult situations. This particular team. Just last season, I was saying, I want to see what you are made of, right? I want to see how you can turn this around, and they did it. So I'm still backing the manager, and don't forget that this manager is practically learning on the job. Like nobody knew him before this job. He's going to make mistakes. He's making those mistakes, and he's learning on the fly, right? No situation is perfect. No sporting situation is perfect, right? So he's gonna learn from it. The two back-to-back red cards. Honestly, man, I don't know how to analyze that. I don't, because I've never seen anything like that before. Maybe I think Arsenal had a couple red cards last season, but then it was like, refereeing decision, poor.
So when you say you don't, are you you're disagreeing with the red card? Like you don't agree
No,
that they
I'm
were
not.
red cards?
Come on, bro. I'm not. I didn't say that. I'm just saying I don't know how to analyze that. Like as a fan,
Okay.
back-to-back red cards. What is going through your head? Like, how am I supposed to analyze that? Is that, and when you look at the red cards, right? The guys that got the red cards will be the scapegoats. But it wasn't really their fault. Apart from the Sanchez one, maybe Sanchez could have let it go and they score. But it wasn't his fault, right? He was just trying to salvage the moment, and he just did what came natural to him. Chaluba the same thing. And so far this season, we've been seeing a lot of individual errors. Like guys have just been committing individual errors defensively. Like I said, man, I still think this team has a lot to offer. Um, I feel like maybe some of it might be no proper preseason, all that stuff, but I don't know, man. I just feel like Maresca has proven a lot. Like he's done a lot last season. I think we should back him. Yeah, it's still early days for us. And if it's top four race, we already know that top four teams are not going to be consistent. And if this is our own inconsistency right now, I'm happy to get out the way. Happy to get out the way. Going to January, knowing if we want to sign somebody or not. But yeah, I still think that the games that I watch against Manchester United, 10v10, were the better team. Obviously, the deed had already been done. There's nothing we could have done. Against Brighton, before the red card, we were leading. I felt like we had that game in the bag. So it's difficult to analyze those games, right? It's difficult to analyze those games, but the players just have to stand up and be accounted for. You just need it.
Do you make anything of his inability to cope with a red card? It's kind of ironic because
I think so. I
kind
think
of
so.
his
That's
like,
how, like, bro.
that 9v11 game against Spurs, how Jackson ate and all this, and like Ange got criticized for the way that he approached it. No, I'm not giving an excuse there, because I thought that was also horrendous, but his inability to cope with like a single red card is remarkable.
It is.
Like, I feel like he super overreacted in both games and almost pretty much conceded both times.
And my thing is, he didn't learn from the first one. The first one literally happened last weekend, and then you repeated the same thing. Yeah, that's the thing.
And he repeated the mistake in a state of you having the lead, where
the lead at home too, right? So I'm like, Yeah, that's where I'm like, okay, you're a new coach. I get it. Like, this is your first proper team. You haven't even, it's your first real body, man. So, you make mistakes, but bro, so I don't know, man. I see a lot of chatter online, but I think it's a bit too premature. Somebody even calling for his head, but bro, just chill, man. Chill.
Yeah, I mean, there's only one Oliver Glasner out there, so whichever one of you
I'll,
guys,
I'll take
if you
Raula, man. I'll take Raula.
if you guys remember
Adams, you
that,
think Iraola? I thought you didn't fancy him last year.
I'm saying if
my manager, yeah, after
Iraola
all the
season.
grillings, after all the
Exactly.
grillings.
no. I'm saying if the worst comes to worst, bro, I'll take him. I'll take him over Glasner. Glasner, bro, Crystal Palace, you can't deceive me. That team can't deceive me. Never mind. Let's go. Let's go on.
You're having some South
Adams.
London beef here. I don't know what's going. I don't know what's going on here, man.
A team that's 18 games unbeaten, Crystal Palace.
Bro, please.
Well, you
I
don't
was
believe
that
in him?
time,
Nah, man.
Sorry?
I
You don't believe in Glasner either?
mean, I don't. I'm hoping a team like Manchester United can take him, and we'll see his true color.
That is the
George,
first
we
person
have
I've heard.
Glasner.
Wow.
So,
No, that's the first time I've heard like someone not rate. I rate him very highly, bro. Like
Yo,
even
he's-
from his work at Frankfurt, like I
Yeah.
feel like he's
I rate him highly too. I think he won the Europa League with Frankfurt. no?
yeah, he did.
I
He
don't
did.
know. Man.
He just wins at
Yeah.
every stop, and like he always
Yeah.
like he backs himself. I like
Take
a
him-
manager
the,
like
the
that.
true test. Take him to Manchester United. Let's see if you can do anything.
yeah, it's always hard for the those managers from smaller clubs to come to a bigger team and have to play on the front foot. They have to play on the front foot every game.
Exactly,
Manchester
bro.
United, Manchester United right now is like a graveyard where talent dies.
Take him to Spurs. Take him to Spurs.
Take who to
He's not
Spurs?
gonna do anything, bro. He's not gonna
Glasner?
do anything. Yeah,
Glasner?
Look, man,
yeah.
I mean, but I there's a lot of like weird like arrogance with Prem fans about like the status of some of these clubs. Like coaching a club at Frankfurt, you think he's sitting back every game? Like in Germany, they go for it. Like it's not like he's it's alien to him to have the ball and go try to
I
dominate
hope he
possession.
gets a big move. I hope he gets a big move.
And I look at the way United play. United ain't going for nothing. I was watching that Brentford game and I'm like, rah. I honestly I don't I guess everyone has their bogey
I got
teams now.
mad all over again, man. Watching that Brentford game, like, how did we let that team do that to us?
Yeah, I suppose everyone has their bogey team, but the way Brentford came out against United, you could just kind of feel like, wow, these guys just have faith. They believe. It's the same thing with Wolves. We haven't beaten Wolves in like 2 or 3 seasons. We haven't beaten Brighton in 2 or 3 seasons. I was texting Chooks privately. I'm like, because they have to go to West Ham next. Well, no, they have West Ham at the Emirates, and Arsenal seem to struggle with West Ham at home. And it's just like every team just has these teams, right, that become giants against you. Like you can't explain it. It doesn't make any sense. All you know is every time you come, it's the same thing with us and Pep. When we go to the Etihad, for some weird reason, he has no clue. Nothing works.
Palace is
Nothing
trying
works.
to look like that to Liverpool too.
Well, they're trying to look like that to everybody. I ain't gonna lie. They have 18 games unbeaten.
Okay,
They played almost
now
all of us.
can we say that you guys overreacted for that first game? First game of the season, Chelsea Palace.
I mean, there's a lot of games that we can point to though with you guys. It's not an overreaction if we end up getting proven correct.
11 I don't think there's any game you can say.
What was that draw you had before the United game?
Brentford.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brentford 2-2. Yeah.
Oh, are you gonna say ref?
Not, bro. I mean, that Brentford game.
See, there's always something.
That Brentford game. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it was luck, right?
Nah, yeah, you can say that, bro.
See?
You can say that. You can say that. But again, Palmer didn't start that game. He had to come off the bench, do this thing.
they always have an excuse for something.
Brentford, you know.
Yeah,
I was talking to a
Brentford
United
away.
fan.
Brentford away. I want to see go to Brentford away.
They have no. Why are you saying this like it's a cauldron? He said it like it was
Everybody
Atleti.
knows
This is,
Brentford
Adams,
away.
this is a team that lost their manager, Mbuemo.
Wait, have you
Lisa.
played them? Have you played them, Pius?
Yeah.
Have you played them?
No,
I
I
can't
don't
wait
play
to.
them soon.
Honestly, I cannot wait to.
Okay.
Because guess who knows them more than anybody else?
Oh
super
yeah.
tummy.
Okay.
But no, George, I was talking to a United fan earlier, and he was saying like, yeah, but look at the guys we have out there, like Luke Shaw. I'm like, bro, Luke Shaw would be the captain at Brentford, like legit. Like, what are we saying? We forget. Okay,
No,
these guys are bad. I get it, but we forget who you're playing against. Like, it's no excuse. I don't want to hear any Maguire or not. Maguire would be the he might cost more than the entire Brentford
Hey, man,
team right
respect
now.
players, man.
man. I'm sorry. There's no excuse.
Pinnock.
And
What's
like,
that his name?
Ethan Pinnock, yeah.
Yeah.
there's
And
no
you guys overlap
excuses,
my legend,
man.
Jordan Henderson.
There's no
Jordan
Giving
Henderson,
50
imagine, bro.
50
Jordan
yard
Henderson
Yeah.
is
passes.
playing
Nah,
Jordan
Jordan
Henderson.
Henderson, bro,
full
wait
90
till you
minutes.
see him. Wait till you see him, Uzo. Nah, wait till you see Jordan Henderson. Like he's been
Look
moving.
at Adam. This is how he used to warn me about Luton. George, you won't remember because you weren't on the pod.
Nah,
Every week when Luton were up, he used to warn us. Kenilworth Road. We went there and we ate Banku cheese, bread, malt, ginger.
Adam, you sound like my friend Rian. He's a Luton fan.
No. He's met
Yeah,
Riyam.
yeah.
He's met Riyam. That's I've never seen anyone warn me about food like this, bro. Bring
Okay,
Brentford.
yeah,
We'll
but-
enjoy
but wait
them.
till you see them, man. Wait till you see. Priors, they don't know about Jordan Henderson. There's a reason why he's still in England in an England team.
Yes, of course. Put some
Yeah,
respect.
why?
Yeah, nepotism. That's why.
Nepo.
handsome young white British man.
Even when
Of course, he has a place in the
losing,
team.
even when we were losing 2-0 yesterday, I still felt like we could have won that game. That's how
Right.
bad Brentford are, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if Bruno would have put that penalty away,
Yeah. You probably
yeah.
go on to win.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Oh, look, they off this cam because he was about to spew some hate speech. They're like, did all that, man. Bruno's representatives, they're not having that. They want to go to Saudi. But let's come to the champions, the champions of England.
Yonies.
I'm gonna call them the Jekyll and Hyde champions because this new Liverpool now, you just don't know what you're getting at any stage of the game. Pies, I want you to analyze that game. From my perspective, I felt like you guys were thoroughly outplayed, outworked, outfought, completely out-tacticked. Just it felt like there was only going to be one winner or one person getting a result on the day, and it didn't feel like it was going to be you guys. And I know like you did well in the second half to kind of like pepper them and try to get that equalizer, but it always just kind of felt like it was going to take like a moment of just like magic for you guys to score or like luck or something. And the goal ended up coming, and then we saw how the game ended. And of course, who else but your defense is in trouble. And Ketchia's in the room. This league is so funny, bro. You spend 200 million on two strikers and you get popped by Nketiah at the death. It's just what a league we have here.
Yeah.
Pies, I've never seen you take a loss that hard, right? Like in terms of the chat. Like I know you were maybe half kidding, but I think that one really kind of got to you because I'm guessing you were expecting to be the ones to end that unbeaten run for Palace at home. But how you feeling about the loss and how you feeling about the season as a whole?
Yeah, I'm to be honest, I'm feeling sort of bad, devastated. I was it was like a dagger. When you've been the one dishing out the last minute daggers, being on the receiving end is not always nice. And then Nketiah again, being the one, Arsenal, the Arsenal links, and then that added a bit more salt to the injury. Yeah, but looking at it from the point of view of Liverpool, it just feels like looking at our games this season, right? 6 Premier League games. We can't really point to any of the games that I've said that we dominated the opposition we played and we thoroughly outplayed them and deserve to walk away with all 3 points. It just felt like all the games we've played so far, they were all sort of hanging in the balance. It could have swung either way, but somehow, maybe due to experience or due to that champion mentality, we're able to sort of, win some of those games, especially towards the ending of the match. So it just felt like, and while that was happening, I was in the camp of Liverpool fans that were saying, it doesn't really matter, you win. As long as you win, even if you're not playing well, that's what champions do. And it's 3 points on the board is all that matters. But there will still be a part of you, when then you hear pundits and rival fans saying, this is gonna catch up to you very soon. Don't worry, this is gonna catch up to you. And you're like, maybe it will. And then waking up on the morning of the game, I felt like, Crystal Palace could be the team, especially when you're sort of reading the build up to the game, and then you hear that Palace are on the 17 game unbeaten run. They've become such a like a bogey team for Liverpool, and then he's sort of like, yeah, maybe this could be the day, and that's what it proved to be. I just feel like looking at the Liverpool team itself, I just feel like I mentioned it to a few. I don't know if I mentioned it on this pod. I just feel like we didn't strengthen in the places that we should have strengthened. Okay, we tried to
I'm
get.
not spending how much. You need to ask
Hold
him
on,
that
hold on.
question. So.
Hold on. No, I know. I don't know if I said it on this. I said I was not a fan of the vet signing. Even Isak, after we got Ekitike, I was like, do we really need this? We don't really need Isak right now. 100 and how many million? When we could have put all the energy.
No, it's not how many. We will say the figures. We must say the figures.
But yeah, so especially vets, I'm like, why do we really need vets right now? I don't think that's the sort of mode of midfielder we needed if we wanted to really buy a midfielder, But fine, Vets was a top talent. He's a top talent in European football. Had a spectacular season with Leverkusen, and other Premier League teams were after him, especially Man City. So you're like, okay, if you can get one over Man City, it shows that you have that. What's it called now? How do they call it? You have that clout. You have that that purchasing power that you can rub shoulders with the big boys of England. So I feel like the signing was like a feel good signing. You're like, yeah, it makes me feel good. But in terms of its impact on the pitch, this first six games, man, I'm seeing some 007 going around, man. It breaks my heart, but yeah, it's not looking good. But I know that one thing I'm sure of is the guy is going to come good.
Against Chelsea. No, you can bank on it, man. You can bank on it. Chelsea.
I hope.
You already know.
Yeah, against Chelsea. I hope so. I hope so. He's going to bank.
We've already celebrated 007, so he can feel free to do whatever he wants to do. Those.
But is it really 007 though?
Use your 007 to go.
He had an assist against Palace. Community Shield.
We don't care about community.
Don't mind them, madam. Agenda must agenda.
We've collected our 007, man.
Yeah, use the 007 to go and collect trophy now. 007.
I indeed collected the trophy last year. Shout out Ange.
We're talking about this season. Last season is gone.
We've already played the final.
But you played the final. So what happened to the final? What happened in the final? The same thing that happened to Liverpool. He went back empty-handed.
But I just wanted to add also as well. Apart from Vert, I think I saw some Liverpool fans really worried about the players we sort of added to the squad and like saying that are these new signings strengthening those, or have they even weakened those? Because you're looking at Jeremy Frimpong. He has not hit the ground running at all. He looks like he's playing in it. He's playing in a totally different class of league. Who else again? I've mentioned Frimpong. Kekes. What's his name now? Kekes.
Kekes has been okay. No.
I think he just had one good game, or 1.5 good game against Arsenal and maybe first against Everton and then 1.5 against Arsenal. That's just been the other games. He sort of looked shaky. He has not the sort of things that we saw him do at Bournemouth. He has not sort of done them here. But like I also want to add that he's sort of like a young player, and come on, it's just so many games into the season, so maybe probably he's still finding his feet. So I don't want to go hard on those new signings and say, oh, it look like we've had bad business, but it's still early days. I'm not going to overreact. I think this team is still a good team. It will still sort of they will shake off this defeat, and then they will go again Tuesday against Galatasaray. I need a better performance from them. Osimhen versus Konate or Van Dijk.
Is Osimhen back, by the way?
Yeah, Osimhen is back. So I'm confident that we'll bounce back. This is just like a blip, and it's going to be like a wake-up call. It's like a reminder from last season where we lost to Nottingham Forest, and then from there we just went on a crazy run up until December. So
what do you of Slot's comments? In fact, before I even address you, let me bring others in to weigh in. But what did you guys? I know particularly Adams, you like pay attention to kind of you've been pushing the Salah Klopp agenda for a while. What do you make of Slot's comments about Ekitike's yellow card and kind of like
That was crazy, bro. That was crazy. Like he just threw him under the bus. Like if that was any other team, if that was Manchester United, Chelsea, or Arsenal, it would be good at the manager, bro. That's a young player that I know that what he did was wrong, but I think you could have just defended him, man, and just said, we talked about it in the dressing room. Like he called him stupid. He said that's a stupid thing to do. That's crazy.
And he's right.
Yeah,
man.
like I actually, man, I'm always usually for the players, but like, okay, think about it, right? Now you scored the winner, right? Now you get the red card. What if the other team goes back and scores because of the red card? It's a stupid decision.
It is.
I mean, to be fair, what Adams is not defending the decision. He's just saying what a manager should do.
Yeah,
in
what
public.
the manager said, man. Like,
No,
and I mean, Slot has been like super honest because he did the same thing with Trent, Salah, talking about the contract or talking about like if they're gonna play or be rested, etc. He seems brutally honest, and it seems to be a Dutch thing because Ten Hag was the exact same way. They just say the first thing that comes to their mind. But I feel like as a manager, you need to be a bit more measured. It's a new young player in a new league. You know what I mean? Like, and like he even admitted in his little speech that he also got a yellow card for being emotional the week before, and he was like, I think he was saying like it was a stupid thing then for him to do in the same way as a stupid thing for Ekitike to do. But I just think the choice of words, and the way that the media can spin it, you got to be careful in the way that you analyze things. And unfortunately, the loss.
If that was Amorim saying Bruno was stupid.
Yeah, I mean,
but
they're ready to kill Amorim for breathing.
Yeah,
so.
Amorim can't dare to do that. He can't dare because he has no leg room to do that.
Exactly, that's the difference. Yeah,
fair. Law has leg room to say those kind of things and get away with it.
But I think this loss this weekend makes the comments feel a bit worse because now I'm going to be looking for Ekitike's attitude when it comes back in the team. If he's going to still kind of have that, because I think he started the season on fire in terms of all of their signings, and I'm looking at like, okay, is he going to come back? Okay, now that he has seen Isak has led the lines for 90 minutes, did nonsense. He's like, okay, I'm important to this team, and look how you're diming me out. You know what I mean? Like maybe he'll come in with a bit of a chip on his shoulder. We'll see. But I thought they were ill-timed, me personally. How did you feel, Pius, as a Liverpool fan?
I totally backed the manager. I was angry with Ekitike. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, mate? Because the red card meant that he didn't play the game yesterday. He was not available to play. So, and it has been. So you can really say, wow, we missed his presence because he's been the one that has been on fire in terms of our attacking players.
Poor Liverpool.
So he not been available.
They were without their 90 million signing, so they had to rely on their 140 million signing. Oh man, how bad! How sad! Man, this life is
you must bring that agenda. But our 120 million strikes.
Don't reduce it. Don't reduce it. Don't go there. Don't make me change it to Naira.
No worries. But when he dunks on your team, I'll be there.
Man,
I'll remind you of this.
I can't even laugh too hard, man.
You're next. Have you seen that meme? It ain't as funny when you're next. And as well, I tone down your laughter, man. They're coming for Josh Achimpong.
Chelsea play Liverpool next.
Yeah, man.
Hey. No, Chelsea's gonna lose again.
No Chalobah either, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be
you say that
and
like it's a bad thing.
No, Chelsea's gonna lose again, man.
I mean, I think of your remaining defenders, Chalobah is easily the best.
But
it's not saying much, but
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, but let's not forget, like Chelsea fans say, they always do well as underdogs. So
please.
On the right, the world champions are underdogs.
Where's the game at? Anfield?
And I think that's the bridge.
Stamford.
Okay. That's the bridge.
I don't you keep watching the bridge thing. It's not the old days, brother. It's just Stamford Bridge now.
Yeah, he knows, man. He know what happened to him last season, man.
It ain't the old days. It ain't the old days no more.
Move the bridge. It's just Stamford.
Stamford Road.
Wow, I don't watch them play.
I'll see all of them, man. I'll see all of them.
Bro, Brighton came in there, gave you their coach, then you
Man.
sacked the guy. They give you half their team, and they still come there and don't cheer.
Yeah, that Brighton game, man.
No, those guys, the way every single season they find a way to give you guys an unforgettable result is absolutely funny.
Now they're auditioning, man. They're trying to get in the team too.
I think at this point they want to be a multi-club blue coat team. Because I was thinking, I was like, oh, this is a revenge game for João Pedro, and then I was like, wait, they also have Cucurella. Oh wait, they also have Robert Sanchez. Oh wait, they also have Caicedo. At some point, you're like, this is
Sanchez
just Brighton senior, past and present. Oh
Yeah,
man!
and then I saw their what's it called, their X page where they were sort of tagging Chelsea. They were like, oh, 3 times in a row now, Chelsea. Oof.
Adams, don't go shopping at that Buonanotte. Just send him back. Stop buying.
No, they have one boy. The one guy just got 3 goals.
You want Baleba?
Yeah, Diego Gomez.
Yeah, man. No, Baleba can go to United. You go United.
United have ruined that poor boy's career. He's not been the same since they teased him. They showed him the salary that he could be getting, and he couldn't go back to his 30K a week. They were like, boss, we have this 110,000 pounds for you every week.
Nah,
then the guy hasn't played. He's been awful.
Yeah,
we don't need him right now.
I think someone said that Baleba is like is a 3 p.m. kickoff player.
He's a super score player. You just have to look.
When you're not watching him, he's the best player in the Premier League.
7.2. Wow, this guy's on a run. But now, is there any results I'm missing? Oh, of course, Spurs with the draw. I don't know if anyone has any comments about that. I've been fighting my fan base all week, so I feel like I don't even have any more fight left in me.
That was shameless celebrations.
No, that was
in my draft. In my draft, I had a tweet. I was gonna add you and George, but I just
what was the comment?
I just had to delete my draft. I guess we'll never know. But following your
that's gonna be your whole season. We'll never know. That's what it's looking like.
I mean, to be fair, like I didn't like the celebrations either. But as everyone has rightfully said, we do seem to have a tough time with Wolves specifically. Like these guys have beaten us like 3 times on the bounce or something like that. The same with Brighton. Like in Brighton, we were winless in like 4 or 5 seasons. Just a lot of records that previous management have set that is going to be kind of weird mental hurdles to get over. Like Wolves at home should be statistically the easiest fixture in the entire league. The bottom of the table, they had 0 points, 20th. Barely any recruitment. Manager that's under the cush, and they came to our crib. And honestly, I didn't think they deserved to win, but I didn't think we deserved to win either because we didn't take our chances. Xavi Simons has been poor since we signed him, and I think like for what we expected from that signing, the way we kind of hyped it up, like he's the face of the franchise. We brought him out of the tunnel like he was Eberechi Eze.
Just give it back to us, bro. Just give him back to us.
No, I think he'll come good. He's the advantage is he's very young player. But I think that he's going to need a lot more time than we expected. And honestly, however much time he needs is the same amount of time the team will need, because we're kind of building the team around him. And what he brings, I think, is the thing that we need the most. We need that like talisman, the Cole Palmer pick, pretty much. Like maybe not in terms of goal scoring, but in terms of creating chances. And however long it takes him to get up and running is
why
what
don't you build a team around Kudus?
I think Kudus is not the kind of player you build around though. Like he's excellent already. He's hit the ground running and he's showing you like this is what you get out of like I saw Kudus a top tier Kudus right at West Ham, and it doesn't amount to anything more than like, you know what I mean? Like he's I it's weird because I think Kudus is probably one of the best signings so far, like of all clubs, right?
I agree.
He's not the best, but he's one of the best.
One of, yeah.
But he hasn't scored a goal. But no one cares because you kind of see the impact. He's like a positional, like he can drag you up the pitch. He can turn you from a team that should be getting 30% possession to a team that's getting 60% possession. So I think players like that are very important. In the same way I used to rate Musa Dembele when we had him. Never used to score, never used to assist, barely used to even win tackles. But one thing you knew is he can move you up that pitch. And it's so important because there's very few players in history that can do that. So I think when it comes to building my team, like we had Son, who's a goal, like a GA output machine. You had Kane, but you also have the engine. And I think Kudus is more of the engine, but we need somebody that can, we don't need both of them to be dragging us up the pitch. Only one man can do that. I need Xavi to be getting on the goals, getting the assist, linking up. I was saying to the families, I'm like, I think Madison had a bigger impact when we signed him than Xavi Simons has had so far. And that's weird for me to say because I don't particularly rate Madison that highly. So, yeah, I just think the team needs time. The manager needs time. I'm not sure what we are. I think I'm honest. Like people keep saying, like you don't really know, but we've all been there, because we've all changed managers recently. Like I remember asking Pius every single week last season. Okay, so what do you think of your team now? You're like, I don't know. I mean, it's going good so far, but I don't know. Like you can't really tell game to game what are we expected to do. What can I expect that we can beat a team like Brentford, for example? I don't know. It remains to be seen. The manager is going to tell me. So I think so far it's going the way I expected. He's improved a lot already, and we're just going to see where it goes from there. And we'll be remiss not to speak on Arsenal. So I'll bring everyone in on the Arsenal point. I think right now it was an Arsenal weekend. I think we can all agree that an ex-Arsenal boy being the one to dagger Liverpool, and ex-Arsenal boy being the one to dagger Adams. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if there was any Arsenal boys involved in the humiliation of George, but they humiliate themselves by themselves.
They don't need Arsenal to do that.
And then Arsenal then snatching the win at the death at St. James Park, a place that they've historically struggled and been undressed at. I thought that was a very important win. People are now saying that Arsenal were the best team in the league, which I've long felt that. I think we all felt that going into the season, based on how tough their schedule was to start the season. Being 2 points off the top feels like they'll take that any day, right? And they look poised to go on a run. They look poised to go. They look like nothing can stop them. Not injuries, not refereeing, not fatigue. They've got two teams. They've got a manager that's very, very aggressive in terms of the margins. It's going to take something serious to stop this team. Where are you guys at? I'm going to start with George because George is going to be, besides me, George is going to be the most affected if what we think is about to happen.
Look, the thing about Arsenal.
George, hold on. Let me ask you this question first before you start. Are you scared? Be real.
It's like I had a scare meter. Say my scare meter was 30%. Now it's like 55. Like it shifted. There was a shift. I can't lie. But it's not to the level where I start panicking and I'll start resulting to other things. But anyways,
wait, what other things?
Don't worry.
I hope we never know, though.
George, add me to that group chat. I'm interested.
We'll cook something, bro. But bro, the thing about Arsenal, and like I've said this like the past 3 seasons, right? These big games, like they always do good. Like I was like when Arsenal goes to a big game and they play, like you guys think they don't do bad. They play well. Like they show up. They have a couple. I looked at the schedule. They have like 4 games. Like I think their next big game is November 23rd. I think it's against Spurs, right? And I think the next few run of games that they have is like teams that they should beat comfortably, right? So I think it's these games where this is where I think Arsenal slips up, like usually in the league, right? Games where it's like, bro, you need to go in there away game, go in there and win, boom, and no questions asked. But they'll come out with a draw, come out with a loss, or something like that. So for me to fully say like, hey, I'm truly scared, I think it's like 4 games, 5 games coming up. If Arsenal can clear those 4 or 5 games coming up, especially with like Liverpool playing Chelsea, they could drop points and things. Like Liverpool playing United, hey, you never know what can happen, Pius. We can beat you. But I'm saying like, like this is a good run of games. Like if Arsenal can clear these run of games, hey guys, yeah, I have to give it to them. I have to give them, like the full title favorites. But from the past 3 seasons, they show up for big games, and the small games is where they like slack off. So if they don't slack off, then I know that they're different this year. But we can only see what they give us. But if you were to ask me to say, do I think they'll do it? I would say no. I have to say no. I have to say I would never agree and say that
You're a
Arsenal's gonna.
hater.
Nah, I respect it, man. I respect it.
Yeah,
Even if they're 15 points clear with 2 games
Yeah,
to go, George will say anything can happen.
Okay.
He's a
But yeah, like I think because they have some. Let me see real quick. Let me look at it real quick because there were some games that I saw.
West
I know West Ham at home is going to be
Yeah.
particularly
Nuno.
interesting.
Yeah, they play West Ham at home. They play Fulham away. They play Crystal Palace at home.
Oh,
They
okay.
play
But
Burnley.
That's a
but
tough
Nuno has a particularly troubling record against Arsenal, even while he was Spurs manager. I don't know. It's kind of it's a pretty
And then
troubling record.
They play Burnley and then they play Sunderland. So the next big
Ah,
game,
my boy. Wait, home or away? Sunderland.
Sunderland is away.
They'll
Bro,
be
all right, tell them
Adams.
about that stadium.
Adams.
Bro,
That's how
Don't
many fixtures is that, George? How many
Don't do
fixtures?
this to
So
Sunderland.
it's they have
That's the next
one,
one.
they'll see my boy Shaka.
three,
You know what? You know what
four,
Walcott did for them the
So
last
5
time we played
games.
against them.
5 games before the Spurs game.
15 out of 15, brother.
No,
15 out of 15,
13,
brother.
if they do
13
15
out
out
of
of
15,
15,
13.
if they do 15 out of 15, you can't you have to give them the title, bro. Like that's
13
what
out
I'm
of
saying.
15.
Yeah,
Pius,
I don't
please,
think it's
save
15 out of
us.
15.
It's
Save us,
13 out of
please.
15, man.
To be honest, I don't think
Even
I'll
if
be-
it's to go and kidnap Gehi, bro, I'll bring him to you, bro. Konate is clearly in Real Madrid, bro. That guy is
Bro,
finished.
Uzo, I'm actually going to give it to you, man. I think it's more going to be on it's going to be on City.
That's what I was quietly saying, right? I'm like, even when I just said it was an Arsenal weekend, this is what Pep does. You see how all the focus has shifted. We forget that they just drummed up the so-called Burnley that has been giving everybody the so-called Burnley that's been aggressive mid-block that's been giving everybody problems. They just quietly dispatched those guys in the early game and just slipped under the radar. This is what he does. You will look up and he's within touching distance. And I'm seeing a lot of their fans. They're putting out those tweets. It's hunting season again. The shark is in the water. The shark has entered the water. I think it's going to be an interesting fight. But I brought George in because, he shares my sentiments. I think Doomsday, Armageddon, is when Arsenal finally laid their hands on this title after 20 long years. And we all don't want to live in a day like that. Well, all of us except Adams. For some reason, Adams is very okay with that kind of day.
No,
I don't know.
I already made
I guess because he already collected his own VVS.
I
He's
made
already
peace
collected
with
his
it.
own spinning trophy, Spinneroonie. You're okay with this kind of evil happening, but I don't know, Pius. You're going to be the next closest competitor in terms of the title. I mean, right now you're at the top of the table, even though everyone is pretending that Liverpool is in the relegation zone all of a sudden. But
exactly.
What do you make of this weekend in terms of like the title race? Do you feel like this was one where like you needed to capitalize on your start and like actually try to increase the gap? Do you feel like this was a massive missed opportunity? Or do you think it's too early?
Exactly. I think it's too early. To say. I don't think this weekend was title defining. I think it's too early. But what this weekend just does is just like it gives that psychological boost to Arsenal and their fans to be like, oh yeah, we can stay in touch. We can we're sort of like, and he also gives that like, oh, we're also in their heads too. Like we can that sort of like title race when you're with another person, you try to be like, yeah, we're there. We can keep in touch with you. So
that's something they didn't give last year.
Yeah. So in terms of that, it gives that. Yeah. But it's still too early to say. It's still too early to to start panicking as a Liverpool fan to say. But though I sort of predicted that Arsenal would win the Premier League this season because history sort of seems to be on their side. And looking at the transfer window that Liverpool had, I just felt like we missed one or two tricks. But yeah, but we'll see. It's still too early. Anything can happen. Arsenal is still yet to show that they can take it over the line. Remember what happened some seasons ago where they were scoring for fun. They looked like they were on their way, and then towards the end, they allowed Man City to win it. So they still have that cloud hanging over them. But maybe this is the year that they finally put that to rest.
Hopefully not.
He said hopefully not. It remains to be seen. It remains to be seen. But yeah, the squad looks good. It looks like they've strengthened. They look very solid defensively.
Defensively, man.
As in, they look like, I don't think, if you look at their XG, I don't think they've considered up to one.
Timber is looking like an absolute all-timer.
Good.
What a
God,
player.
Ask Chooks. That was the guy I recommended to him. Timber.
They look good.
DOF George, man. DOF George is in the building. We need some sound effects. Adams, you haven't met the George is the DOF version of Adams being a manager factory. If you want to build a perfect team, Adams speaks the manager, George will get the players.
I'm a scout, bro. Trust.
And then looking at, and I just want to add, like, I think just to echo what George said, it looks like the next maybe how many 5 fixtures looks favorable for them.
Easy
Looks like
wins.
they
Easy
go on a
wins.
run.
Besides the Black Cats one, easy wins.
And then it now looks like the pressure is now on Liverpool, because next week it looks like before Liverpool plays Chelsea, Arsenal will have played. So if Arsenal wins, Arsenal will go top.
Spooky. Remember Lavia? Remember what Lavia did to you boys?
Yeah, and exactly. So
ready,
exactly
man.
that.
Ready.
Like I mentioned, Chelsea was like Chelsea as a club. Chelsea as a club, they will embrace the underdog tag. Say, yeah, everybody's writing us off that Liverpool will beat us. We'll surprise them. So there's that feeling that Liverpool could start to drop points. And then I think between now and November, I think Liverpool has United and City away as well, within that space of fixtures. So it looks like
6 out of 6.
It looks like if Liverpool is not careful, we could sort of slip away. But we'll see. We'll see. The games are yet to be played. The games are not played on paper. They are played on the pitch.
That's and I think everyone is still discounting City in all of this. So
I have to give that one to you, man. I think City.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that.
Big say.
That 1-1 at the Emirates is now looking like a massive missed opportunity for Pep as well. I'm like, man, if only they just got that over the line, they could be looking like this could be a completely different story this weekend. But Adams, what do you make of your title challengers, your Arsenal?
Wait, who's title challenges?
It's Adams.
Yeah, man. I think it's their title this season, bro.
He thinks it's every season, by the way, but
and there are just some games that are more than 3 points. I think this Newcastle game is more than 3 points for Arsenal. The psychological effects. If you look back to all like the big teams, the great teams, there's just that game, and I feel like this is the game for them. It was, bro. They did really good. They did really well. Sometimes they beat themselves, and that's the Arsenal story, right? It's always them. Right? It's never really anyone. It's really almost always them. But I think this season they probably have learned from that. Bro, yeah, it's gonna be scary for us, but I just feel like it's there. Yeah,
I'm thinking of like in terms of like just the wins that they've had in this run right now, or the performances. Like, it's such a flex of depth to be able to bring off Saka in a game that you're chasing, and then go on to win the game. That's an insane. Like, just imagine that for any of our teams, bringing off Cole Palmer in a game that you're down 1-0. Bringing off Salah in a game that you're down 1-0, bringing off Bruno in a game that you're down 1-0. Like, you'd be thinking, oh, manager is conceded. Oh, what is he doing? And you're going to win the game because you just stacked that. Ooh.
Now let's talk about Nelly and Trossard this past. Bro, they've been moving crazy.
Moving mad, yeah, they've been moving mad. And this is why, like, I get so sick of our fan base. And I won't expect you guys to know any of these names because these are like Spurs cult heroes almost. Well, what of the pathway for Mikey Moore? What of the pathway for Dane Scarlett? What about Alfie Devine? Well, shut up, man. You need competition. You need multiple class players in these positions. I could give a damn about kids right now. You know what I mean? I honestly, a 16, 17-year-old's pathway is the least of my concerns. If you're trying to create a team that's going to compete on multiple fronts, this is how you do it. Like, you're looking at a guy like Trossard now, right? all that whining about starting games, you can't whine no more. Like there's options galore.
Mhm.
There's options galore, and like if you're not on it, somebody will take your spot. Martinelli now knows, I can't go the whole season like I did last year, starting every single game, going 16, 17 games, no goal contributions. He knows that now. And he's coming on. You can see the hunger, the desire. He's not just trying to take on.
We should have just done the same thing with Jackson, bro, and just let Jackson just be there and Pedro cook. And bro, Jackson will be a different beast off the bench, bro.
And that's the thing I would say, like about Chelsea's recruitment, right? Is this idea that because you got a better player, you can let this other player go. Why not both? Why not both? Why not just add that on to what you already have? That way you have even more options coming off the bench. Someone already said, like, the way you buy depth is you buy a starter and push your existing starter into a backup role. That's how you don't buy a player that's depth quality. You buy a player that is capable of getting into the starting lineup. And I mean, I'm tired of glazing Arsenal, but I just thought like today was a show of like a serious flex of like, oh, we got players. I'm looking at their defense. They can drag off Mosquera and bring on Saliba. And they still got Hincapié to come in. And it's absolutely insane.
But I don't even
Fiore,
think maybe the standards for my
crazy.
defense is worse. But I don't think Mosquera had a bad game.
No, he didn't. He made one mistake. But I think the plan was always to bring on Saliba because I think the reason why he was cautious with Saliba was because of the injury. But these are the kinds of things you can do when you can flex that kind of depth. Like I hate to keep bringing Chelsea back into it, but it's like Colwill goes down. There's not even one starter, much less like somebody that can come off the bench, that can step into his place.
Man, I don't know why we didn't get someone like Mosquera. What? Like,
or anyone. I mean, you got Hato, but I don't know, man. I told you guys it was gonna be a sad episode, man. Look, we're all about to cry. Pius has been rubbing his beard for like. Yeah, this is one of those weekends where you just got to say fairs. Arsenal fans, they got it. I'm just glad it's not before an international break because they would have dragged this thing on for the next 2 weeks. I'm just ready for something heartbreaking to happen next week. Please, we need it.
I don't think it's happening.
So we got Liverpool, Chelsea to come.
Yeah,
that's gonna be fun. That's the football fan zone derby, the original derby.
Yeah.
This is probably
the underdogs versus the champions.
The world champs versus the English champs. Let's see, man.
Hey, man.
Let's see who will prevail. How are you feeling about that game, though, Adams? Like, let's just do a quick preview before we go on.
Of course, I'm like, bro. Like, it's not looking too good. We don't even have options left to play defense. But man, I just want to see what we do against Benfica. I'm taking the game at the time now, man. Let's just get on the board in Champions.
Oh, Jose back at the bridge? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Or is it at Benfica?
Yeah.
No, Jose is back at the bridge. Yeah.
Jose is back at the bridge. And you know Jose, man. You know how Jose.
Don't let us. Don't let us. If you lose that game, you
who's United playing this midweek?
That's gonna get scary.
Huh?
Who is United playing this midweek?
I heard they were trying to organize friendlies, midweek friendlies, so that Bruno can start part. They're not saying he's created the most chances in the top 5 leagues.
Look, man.
They can try out our champion, Rainbow Stars.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Man.
I'm just looking forward to that Benfica game. We need a dub, but we desperately need
No Allah.
We need to win.
I'm not vexed, bro. I promise.
Then Liverpool.
Just know when we play Liverpool in 2 weeks.
I think at this point, George's season is just coming down to big 6 games. That's it.
Yes,
Doesn't care about anything else.
I will pick everybody one by one.
Man, bring that United stew, man. George, I'm not done with you from last season. Bring that.
Nah, he already got his. He got his from me, man. So.
I got my Adams trophy. So.
Yeah, he did, man. He did.
Pius, you're next.
We're gonna build a penitentiary for George, man. We're gonna start adding football fans on guests.
We should probably do that. We should do that, man. That's a
George
good
already in there.
Yes.
He's the one. I mean, not George. Adams already in there.
Adams is already
locked up.
We're gonna throw you, Roland, Obasa in there just for good measure.
Very good, very good.
Pius, don't let them add you and Ovo.
And I need Pius there, bro.
And Rafi and Ria. We're gonna get all four of you guys in there.
Yeah, I
Nah,
need
we're
Pius
getting
there.
we're getting Amorim fired, man. We're sucking him.
Sheesh. George, I'm not gonna lie. If you guys beat Liverpool,
No, the thing we can probably beat Liverpool, bro. That's the thing.
I don't put it past them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
don't
We're
put it
such
past
a
them.
weird team. We're such a weird team. We could probably beat Liverpool.
I don't think they are that weird though. Amorim hasn't beat anybody.
beat Chelsea.
He has beat Chelsea. Come
Yeah,
on,
he
man.
beat us, man.
Beat
He beat
Chelsea.
us.
Oh, he did beat City too last year. I remember.
Yeah.
beat
They were
City
saying,
last year.
oh
So
wow, yeah, he
that's
beat
what I'm
City with Sporting. He beat him again with United. It's serious.
saying. Yeah, don't worry. I think we can beat Liverpool, bro.
Okay.
I think so.
But first we got the football fans zone derby coming up, so that's gonna be fun.
I want to know
recap.
what's predictions, man. I don't know you guys' predictions for that game.
4-0 Liverpool, 4-0.
Woo!
You're telling me you have no defenders playing and you're playing against people they just lost the game. They just lost the game and they know Arsenal's in their back and they're coming to you. They're gonna beat you 4-0. I'm telling you right now.
I think one thing is I don't think Liverpool really struggled against Chelsea
Yeah.
as much. And I mean the last win, they were kind of on the beach already. They were celebrating the title. So you can take that with a pinch of salt, but I don't think it'll be comfortable because none of Liverpool's games have been comfortable. Doesn't matter who they're playing. They've
It's
managed
not
to
gonna-
make
it's
a
not
game
gonna
of
be
anything. It looks like Cole will not be there, right? He's still out.
Cool.
Cole Palmer.
Yeah, he's out.
I just don't see you guys troubling them enough. I think that's the main thing. I don't see you guys troubling them enough. Neto hasn't started the season the way I expected he would have. João Pedro has been good even in the losses, but
Bro, it
I
ain't
think you're gonna need more.
Hey man, that's a draw, man. I'll call it first.
Maybe Garnacho.
2-2.
Maybe this is Garnacho's coming out party.
2-2. If they let him
Come
play.
on, buddy.
If they let him play.
No, I'm going 2-1. 2-1 Liverpool.
2-2, man. Salah is gonna get his customary goal against Chelsea. You get that for sure. Then one of the new boys is probably gonna score.
You said 2-2?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't see you guys scoring 2 goals.
2-2 Chelsea, bro.
Come on,
Enzo
come
gets
on.
No.
one goal.
He's right. He's right about one thing though. There's gonna be 4 goals in that game. Like you said.
maybe Adams will try to count 2 own goals as his own goals.
Nah, it's 2-2, bro. It's 2-2. It's 2-2.
Pius, what do you think?
Yeah,
He's gonna
George,
try
I
to be
think-
modest and say
no. I think I'm with you. I think we win 2-1. Uzo, he said 2-1. So I think I'm with you.
Pius, there's a
Liverpool
growing
wins 1.
sentiment online that you're too modest. This
I'm not
modesty,
modest.
when you spent 400 million, you won the league. When will we start getting some chest?
no, you're never getting that from Pius.
We need you to give us some clips so we can drag you, man. Like it's too it's too
I
political,
know, I
man.
know what.
It's too
No, but I
political.
just said,
right?
I just stuck out my neck to say we'll win 2-1. So
2-1 is sticking out. See.
He said he's
George,
stuck
I
out
wish
his
there was
neck.
I wish there was a way we could transmit to get George into Pius's body and he'd be the Liverpool fan for a day.
Man,
He would
man,
say some
that's-
things that would get the podcast canceled.
We need to get
No.
we need to get Rafi up.
I'm
here.
praying to God. No,
Yeah, Rafi and
I'm
Ozil.
praying to God that in the next 3 years, if United please give me a sniff of even I don't even want too much. Give me a sniff of a title race. Just give me a sniff of a title race. Like let's say like come like March, April, we're in a title race, like we're like 2 points, 3 points behind. God, the things I will say, but you know, I think maybe
I think
I
it
think
won't
maybe
be
that's
under
why I'm
the
having
rim,
that
though.
luck, bro, because they don't want to give me this. They don't want to give me this this feeling of I haven't sniffed no title race since I don't know when. When is it? Since Mourinho.
Since
wasn't even
Bitcoin
a
was like
title race.
$5, bro.
That wasn't even a title race. Man. No worries,
I'm not gonna
bro.
lie. I'm with you, George. I always say, like, man, if you give me just a competent team, I don't even need the title race before the season. Let me just feel like my team is competent enough to go for it. I'll be unbearable.
Bro.
I don't get the whole cautiousness. Life is about being a fan. Stick your neck out there, man.
Yeah,
Suffer with the team.
Exactly, bro.
Pirates,
That's
you need to suffer with the team. You can't just take the rewards. Last
Yeah,
year we
I'm
allowed you to
suffering.
get away with it because you didn't know the coach like that, but now you must
I'm
must
suffering
predict
with the
something.
team right now.
You say he's
We lost
suffering
this
right now.
weekend.
On top of the table, top of the table, he's suffering.
One loss is not suffering, bro.
Come on.
We need real suffering, bro. Long suffering. But I think we did the best we could with this episode. We're all, depressed. Most of us don't know what to expect from our teams next week. But we're here to react to it all. One thing I will say, when it becomes apparent that Arsenal are going to win this league, I will not be here. I will not be here. So good luck to all those who celebrate.
You celebrate.
It is not for me. On that note, I think, are we missing anything? Do you have any quiz for us this week, Pius?
No.
No quiz.
It's a
See,
sad week.
they've
bro. It's a
beaten
sad week.
the quiz out of Pius, man. He didn't even want to know any football knowledge.
Nah.
Oh, man. All right. On that note, thank you guys for suffering with us, and we suffered. And we'll see you on the next episode. Hopefully, I've won and everyone else have lost. At least you get a better pod.
Man.
All right, peace
Cheers,
out.
guys.
All right, yo.
Like, comment, subscribe.
You got it.